I'm married to a woman who is extremely afraid of all critters, and she happens to be in Louisiana. And
we're surrounded.
I've quoted Acts 17 to her many times. God determined the time set for us and the exact places where we should live. So quit griping about there's so many insects and things with claws and teeth and stingers here. This place is dangerous.
I took a guy duck hunt from Missouri, and he looked down at the ground, and he said, I've never been to any place to where the ground was constantly moving with various things crawling. Right. He said, I've never seen anything like this. The ground just seemed like it's alive with critters crawling around. I said, there's a lot of things crawling through the grass and the weeds around here.
And most things will hurt you. They'll sting you, bite you.
A lot of stinging critters.
And if you're, unfortunately,
brown recluse, black widows, we have far more. These brown recluses are just that, reclusive, hard to spot them. I'm looking for the bass fiddle on the back, whatever. But black widows, we run into those all the time. Well, it's a bad bite.
And we're kind of where we do the podcast, we're kind of stuck out here. There's a lot of structures around us. So all the varmints think, hey, this looks like a good place to hang out. So they like to get in your boots, in your waders. I mean, every year I have a massive shaking and like everything before I put stuff on.
You walk through tall grass in Louisiana of any kind.
Yep.
You walk through brush, and there are a lot of things crawling on you, and a lot of them will pot mark you from one end to the other. I mean, it's something.
It is.
Oh, the other night
you heard of chiggers. I mean, look, there's some weeds out in this. For some reason, if you're born and raised here, it doesn't seem as bad on you as it does other people, but you get a certain amount of immunity to it or something.
Yeah. Well, the other night, it was about dusk dark. We had our friends in from Texas, the Van Normans. Missy's got supper ready, and they're kind of waiting on me. Well,
it sounds like they should be like this from like a castle somewhere, like the Van Normans.
I love their name. And it's, oh boy. So I go back, I'm there, Missy has supper ready, and so I'm putting my dog stays in the garage. He always has, in his little kennel. He loves it. Well, I'm leaning down to lock the little kennel, and just I heard bzzz, coming from a pretty high rate of speed, and it nicked my hat. And I turned around, and it was an insect. I didn't know what it was. It was big. Well, that triggered me, my reaction, because it came at me. It forced the issue. And so I swung, nicked it, and then it just started buzzing, coming at me. Well, now I'm falling down. Just trying to, it turned into a fight. So finally I got my hands on a boat paddle, which I'm not sure how. And I just hit the side of the wall when it lit, because I wanted to see what this thing was, But I didn't realize that through all the commotion, the Van Normans and Missy's like, what's going on? They thought me and the dog was loose, but I was loose. And so Missy just had that look of sheer embarrassment. She's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm trying to kill this bee or whatever it is out here, and I think I got him. Of course, then I'm not sure what it was. I'd never seen that particular insect on its spectrum.
It may have been one of these new hornets. They got some kind of hornets that have come in from the Far East that are supposed to be some
maybe that's what
hombres.
I killed. I mean, this joker was
they call them killer
me.
Hornets or something. I don't know.
So now, guess what? I had to do because it scared her so bad because I gave her the visual image. And she's like, well, you got to check all the rooms before we can sleep. And here we go. Now I'm like, I forget who I married in the moment, because I shouldn't have shown her that, because now she's going to have nightmares about it.
Before you got here yesterday, when we were recording, so I come in, there's a big old purple wasp. He was a bull. And I thought about Missy because she was just here, last week. And that sucker was flying around, and he had the look like I'm fixing to zap somebody, but I got the old hat, the old hat pop, knocked him down, and then stomped him in the
Well, I told the
She would have freaked out though.
oh, scream, holler. So, and that used to scare me when she'd scream and holler, because I think, oh no, something's really happened. No, it's just a roach went across the floor. I'll go in there and kill him. We move on. But I told that son, I said, have you ever been stung by a wasp? And he said, every summer in the same place. I said, do what? He said, under our steps. Or wherever when I come down, there's a wasp nest under there. I said, have you ever thought about getting up under there and killing those wasps, removing? And he's like, well, I never have thought about it. I was like, that's what you do. He's like, well, I asked my dad. I was like, don't ask your dad.
No. Just kill.
Said, just go. If they're stinging you every time you come down the step, look, we love wasps, but they're in the wrong lane. They're in your lane.
That's right.
Take them out.